I think we literally just went off the deep end with this one, straight to rock bottom. And we've been saving a specific card up my sleeve for this very occasion, and it all starts with a nice threatening email. One of my favorite types. This landed in an email folder that was an instant red alert, according to what we have here. Some of you might remember from a long ago that I used to use a tool to purposely spamify my email account. And if you do, then congrats. You don't get anything, but now you understand. I of course made dozens of alternate emails under varying accounts, and can use this program on any one of them. Luckily, you don't have access to it because you could cause a lot of damage with this thing. But maybe it's available on the dark web somewhere. Anyways, what it does is supposedly subject any email address of your choosing to be submitted all over the weird side of the web in bulk, essentially exposing it to all the targets of scams, spam, and more, as the name aptly suggests. And as a result, 1,000 videos and 1.93 M subscribers later, here we are. But in all seriousness, this is a situation, indeed. A situation. And you may also have been affected by this too, in actual fact. Now it's quickly becoming one of the most prolific scams that there is out there, right next to ink cartridges and car insurance. Urgent! Your situation. And a very suitable header. But it goes on to read, Werner Schnitzel. Oh no, this one's gonna go hard. Anyways, we have this address. And below that is a random number string and a PDF file. Oh wow. Now, who might be Mr. Werner Schnitzel, you're asking? Well, that's one of my alternate identities. You see, I have a phone book of aliases associated with real contact info and even forged IDs that I've used over the years. Why? Oh, you know. Stuff. And it's just a good thing for this exact reason, because now it's like an infinite wishing well of scams galore. Now this one is sent by Dimitra McVeigh. Upon opening the file, we're met with this flustering letter, opening with this IRL image of a house. Definitely not just a Google Earth screenshot. Werner Schnitzel. I know visiting would be a more effective way to contact you if you don't cooperate. Nice location, by the way. Thanks, bro. Anyways, I suggest you read this message carefully. Take a minute to relax, breathe, and really dig into it, because we're about to discuss a deal between you and me, and you get the hint. Skipping the blab, Dimitra says they installed a virus on Werner's phone called Pegasus after using some not-so-safe sites. And when you got busy enjoying those videos, your system began functioning as an RDP, which allowed me complete access to your device. Ah yes, totally relatable. I can look at everything on your display, flick on your camera and mic, and you wouldn't even notice. Oh, and I've got access to all your emails, contacts, and social media accounts too.
Impressive. Very nice.
Let's get to the point. What a used car salesman you are, Dimitra. I wouldn't have even been surprised if you had come to my door instead and tried to sell me a Jesus pamphlet. Sorry, I already bought some extortion last week. Anyway, Dimitra proceeded to bully me and said that they've been keeping tabs on my pathetic life. Damn, you could have at least just been playing video games in your free time. It's probably way more entertaining. What I want? Well, they've been digging deep into Mr. Schnitzel's data. Yeah, I've got footage of you doing embarrassing things in your room. Nice setup, by the way. I then developed videos and screenshots, where on one side of the screen there's whatever garbage you were enjoying, and on the other part, it's your vacant face. With just a single click, I can send this garbage to every single of your contacts. So, here's basically a preview of what they got on me. And since the only person in Werner Schnitzel's contact book is me, I guess Dimitra will be sending pictures of me to me. That is, unless Werner pays the fee. Of course, all of this is in good faith overall, as he says, I want you to know I'm coming at you with good intentions. Let this be a learning experience. Oh, it's definitely going to be. Because funny enough, the email address used to send me this was actually a username for an account on Gangjing World. After a deep search, thanks to more tools provided to me by my in-house ethical hacker. So much for being some anonymous techno-wizard guru virus person spreading Pegasus and everything. But there would be no Pegasus being used on my end. I do, however, have a Linux exploit which literally captures and hooks anyone's browser session info that I only pay $10 a month to host on a private server, and in actual fact, have used several times. Yes. The good old Linux exploit. The oldest trick in the book, and it was pretty easy to get them to click the link, as I could just send them an email disguised as Gang Jing World, using some expertise and know-how of phishing tricks, not with an F though, except F for respects of this dude's nudes. You see, with just one click of a link, I can actually remote control any infected device using a cross-network request forgery, which is in the dictionary somewhere, and is also the primary method used to hack entire websites and YouTube channels. But in this case, the only goal was to access login info and passwords, which we got, one of which was a cloud drive full of photos and other data, probably backed up from this guy's phone. And looks like Dimitra is not even a practitioner of his own preach. And yes, there's some shirtless photos and even more things that aren't quite as tasteful, so I downloaded them for safekeeping before continuing this escapade as Werner. As I was saying, Dimitra, not their real name, was explaining how Werner Schnitzel could pay the fee of $5,000 to this Bitcoin address since they were so generous to say that they were frankly willing to wipe the slate clean and said, don't play the victim here. Well, Dimitra won't be needing to play anything either. And this whole message looks like it was generated by some unhinged ChatGPT. Note, you've got 1 day to sort this out. I have a unique pixel in this email, and now I know you have read this email message. My system will catch that Bitcoin payment and wipe out all the dirt I got on you. Don't even think about replying to this. It's pointless. The email and wallet are custom made for you. Untraceable. I don't make mistakes, Werner. Well, I'm sure about that. So I used the data I found from the spoofed URL forgery to gain their personal phone number, which was listed on their own contact book. Along with that were numerous other email addresses that seemed to be involved in mass sendings of these emails to thousands of recipients. So I'm assuming one of these vendors on the Nexus dark web marketplace belongs to good old not real name Dimitra, where he buys large packages of leaked data from data breaches in bulk, considering the matched username and login info. But maybe if you just pay me double the amount of BTC, I'll edit that part of the video, Marquez. Oh yeah, that's his real name, by the way. So I messaged, hello, this is Werner Schnitzel. I just got your email about the Pegasus and hacked videos of me. I just don't have the money right now to pay. I could have it by the end of the month, but you said I have a day and not to reply, but I don't know what to do. Can we please negotiate? But there was no reply. Not surprising, so I took to email yet again and replied to their original. Hey Dimitra, hope you're well. I just received your note. I'd love to clear up this issue with you ASAP, but unfortunately I don't get paid until the 29th of every month. Is there a way we can negotiate a payment plan? Best, Werner. But then 2 days later, there was finally a response to the email, and they simply said, where did you get this number? Interesting. Werner replied, it was written on the bottom of one of the notes I was sent just recently about the virus and hacking or what have you. You said don't reply, but oddly listed your telephone number underneath the Bitcoin wallet address. Anyways, I don't get paid until the end of the month, and I won't be able to have the funds until then. So I was hoping we could negotiate a payment plan or some other alternatives to Bitcoins. I tried to look up the support number for Bitcoin to see if they could help me convert my currency, but no luck. There was no phone number anywhere on it, they said. Well, I'm sorry, but I was contacted a further 3 times by other individuals under different names that sent me a similar note, and under the address, it lists the number and your email. In actual fact, the 2 I just got today were sent by one Marcy Brambleton and Maurice Scrotum, both of whom informed me of the same situation. So I'm assuming there's either an imposter situation, or they must be working on your guys' team. Does this email belong to Dimitra? I'm in desperate need of getting a hold of him. I greatly appreciate the kind offer that you're willing to give me to clean the slate. Best, Werner. I said, with the gaslighting set to max. So with the fear of losing to competition and having had their own info ironically stolen, Dimitra replied promptly. Don't listen to any other email, pay attention to me. If you cannot make the payment in time, I will give you a week extension before your data is sent. I have many provocative photos of you and will send them to everyone in your contact book. I'm not making any more exceptions. I'm a man of my word. The payment must be detected by the system no later than the 29th. Dear Dimitra, I said, thank you for being so nice, but the last emailer told me to only pay attention to them. They also sent me some revealing pictures of some misshapen individual, which was really uncalled for, but they claimed it was of you to prove that you weren't being serious. Now I'm concerned that you guys aren't working together, or at least not with Mr. Scrotum, as he was the one who sent me this. Either that or this is one big prank, and I don't appreciate the joke. Again, I'm grateful for your merciful offer, but I'm confused as to whom to trust. Sincerely, Werner. Then they replied, very irate. It's bullshit and you know it is. What are they sending to you, then show it. I just tried sending it over mail, but it got flagged for inappropriate content, so I texted it to you. So I sent Dimitra a photo of themselves through text. To say the least, it's rather not that flattering. But there was no response for a couple days after apparently someone was smart enough to change all their passwords because I was auto-logged out of each account I gained access to, but I still had my downloads safe and sound, so I sent another one from their archive and said, hello? I'd like to verify that this is the right number. Which is always an apt thing to say after sending images like that, but the only reply that there would be a call and a voicemail followed shortly by me being blocked. But being the generous and kind person that they are, they decided to leave me a lovely message.
Who the fuck is it? Fuck! Asshole.
So that pretty much settles that whole debacle. It's nothing personal, Dimitra. Or should I say Marquez? After all, this is all with the best intentions. Maybe it'll just be a learning lesson for you. And if you ever get an email like this, just know it's completely fake. So that was a nice thing that I ended up being able to do over the weekend. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you go about 2 inches below the screen and make that black button gray, and you'll get 10 years of good luck. Goodbye.